Hello again and welcome to my channel. I'm Anthony Galeano. I'm a realtor here in West Los Angeles, California, and I do one of these videos every week for your information. And so if you like to be notified, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell notification and like the video so that you can be informed of all the videos that I create. Like I mentioned before, my videos are all related to real estate, so if you like real estate, this is going to be a good channel for you to learn and to stay informed. And also, if you have any comments or any ideas on any videos that you would like me to create, please feel free to let me know and I will be happy to do that for you. So today I want to talk about questions that home sellers have. And so the first one is, how should I prepare my house before selling it? And so how do you prepare your house? Okay, well, that's a very interesting question. The first thing is that, everything enters through the eyes. So you know that the most beautiful something looks, the better you're attracted to it. So obviously, if your house looks a mess, people are not going to like it. So obviously, the decluttering the house, painting the house, fixing whatever it needs to be fixed, looking at how your bathrooms look, your kitchen look, how the landscaping looks, all that stuff is important. Now, we have to take into consideration also if you have the budget to do that, and if the value is there, and how is the market. So all those things we have to take into consideration. So if you're, I think one of the first things that I would do is basically talk to an agent and see what their opinion is on that. But to answer the question, is all about looks. Second, should I order a home inspection? That's a question that some sellers ask, and I mentioned that before in the video or in the past videos, and the answer is yes. My advice is yes. You should order a home inspection because it gives you an advantage where if the buyer gets the inspection, he may want to negotiate the items that show on the inspection. Where if you offer that inspection in the beginning as a seller, you're saying, hey, I'm not doing anything, the house is being sold as is, and this is what the house needs. And so I believe that when you do that, you take a proactive approach rather than a reactive approach to whatever the buyer says. And it's clear for the buyer as well, what needs to be done if he enters into the agreement or the contract with you. Third is, how long will it take to sell my home? Well, that's a very good question. A home can be sold immediately for the right price, and that's my opinion. But again, assuming that you price the house the right way, it shouldn't sell longer than what the market is. In other words, sometimes houses, the inventory in the market is 30 days. This means that the houses are constantly turning within 30 days. But some houses go fast. In a seller's market, some houses didn't even last 24 hours. I mean, you had a whole bunch of offers the minute you put it into the MLS. And so it all depends whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. It also depends what your neighborhood is doing. It also depends on how beautiful or how ugly your house is and how well priced it is. So all those things are things to take into consideration when you think about how long the house will stay in the market. Also, if you need to move, or you have time. So all those things are things that you should take into consideration. But again, those are great questions for you to have with your agent as to what should your strategy be when you list your house. Number four, not fourth. What is the selling price of my home? So that's also a good question. What is the selling price? Well, the selling price depends on how many people are willing to come and look at your house and put an offer, because even though you start at some price, you may get an offer for something higher if there is multiple buyers, or you may get something lower than what you asked for. So the idea is to price your house according to the sales that are happening, according to the market, according to the type of home that it is, according to the condition. So again, all those items are the items that you can talk with your agent and come out with a plan on what the price should be that you list the house for, based on all those criteria that I mentioned before. Number 5, is there a reason my home assessed value differs compared to the market value? Well, the public tax assessor has a way to measure prices in the area, and my experience is that most of the time, not always, but most of the time, the assessed value is lower than what people are willing to pay. It's like the assessor is paying cash out because the market changes. But sometimes there is changes where the assessed value is higher. I mean, I seen that when the market collapsed back in 2007, where I had a lot of clients ask me, hey, can you help me find a way to reassess my tax? And you do that by taking comparables in the area and going to the assessor's office and showing them that their tax that was assessed a little bit too high, but most of the time it's lower. And when you put the property for sale, you're going to have an offer, and usually the price is what you and the buyer are willing to negotiate, and it's not going to be the assessed value. That's almost always the case. 6, what is the agent's commission? And this is a good one. So what should you be paying an agent when you're ready to sell your home? Well, the average is 6%. I seen 5%. And the way that commission works is you, the seller, pay the commission, and the agent usually lists the property on the MLS, the multi-listing service, and usually the commission is split into the buyer's agents and the seller's agents, so it's 3 and 3, or 2.5 and 2.5. And so, and that's usually non-negotiable. Well, you could negotiate that, but I feel that if you lower the commission, you're going to lose out on the marketing, and you're going to lose out on what the agent can do for you to bring a higher paying buyer. Because a lot of times we make the mistake to think that we want to save money when it comes to selling a house. But I always tell people, or buyers, or I always tell clients, are you concerned with saving money or making the most money possible? And I think everybody's going to go with making the most money possible. And in order to do that, you need people. You need people to come to your house. And so we need to do a really good marketing campaign so that you can attract as many buyers as possible, so that the house will sell for as much as you can. And then that way, the commission is not a big deal. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's my answer to that. And then 7, but not least, are real estate prices negotiable? And so the answer is yes, 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 because everything in real estate is always negotiable. It's always negotiable because if you put your house on the market thinking, okay, look, I look at the comparables and the comparables suggest this price, but no one is showing, and somebody shows up and says, I give you this much and you really need to sell the house, would you negotiate? I mean, if it's within reason, you probably will. And if you have 2 or 3 people and you have a buyer who has a price and it's almost the same price as another buyer, and you say, you tell them, okay, whoever comes out with the highest price takes the house, somebody's going to come out with more money, so you're negotiating the price upward, so it could be up, down, but yes, the answer is yes, it is negotiable. It's always negotiable. Maybe they want to negotiate the repairs because there is repairs, or maybe they want to negotiate something. So whatever it is, you're negotiating, and yes, the price, to answer the question, the price is always negotiable. I hope you like the video. I hope you enjoyed my answers to the questions, and I hope to see you here next week. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate in contacting me at 310-437-3343, or email me at anthonygalliano@anthonygalliano.com, or you can also leave a comment on the channel. Please let your friends know. Subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week.